The plot thickens. Targeted individual. What's the T? Psychic reading. If you want a personalised reading, link on any of my socials or website. Phone video chat from 20 quid. Same day guaranteed recorded from 15. So the plot thickens. Right, it feels like this is going to be quite niche, right? This is going to be quite niche. So it feels like there's a bit of a double-pronged attempt here. So the first thing I want to say is that somebody soon is going to let you down, and that's going to be the confirmation that you needed, because I feel like you smell a rat. Prong two is this greater network, okay, and there's more people involved in it than you realize, okay, potentially some kind of celebrities, okay. Wolf in sheep's clothing, okay. Somebody's making out and pretending that they're something that they're not. They've had eyes on you for a while. They've been brought in to try and disrupt the equilibrium that you have started to create, both for yourself and the core around you, right? Unbothered, and then on the bottom I've got uninterested, right? So this person, they're a wolf in sheep's clothing. They've got quite a nonchalant attitude to them, okay. You've clocked it though. You've clocked it, right? Broadcasts. Right, so it could be that they're financially struggling. It could also be that they're morally broke as well. Okay. Right, don't be afraid. Right. When it comes out in the wash, so when they let you down, don't be afraid to say your piece. Bad habits, DURGS, and denial, repeating mistakes can't break the loop. Now, I mean, it could be that they're a user. I feel it's more in regard to they're kind of addicted to some kind of dark energy. They're addicted to some kind of power, and they've kind of run short of that. So they've been brought into a greater network because they've been offered power, fame, etc. This person's a forcer, pushy energy, crosses your boundaries, gets what they want by any means. Okay, and that's feeding into that habit. Okay, it's about power and control, right? You're being advised to dust it off, okay. Dust it off, right? And I feel like you're going to have an opportunity to say your piece, and then it's time to dust it off, move on, okay. What you're creating around you, you're moving on, is about stability and peace. And this person has been bought it, because what I've got in my mind is like rungs of a ladder. So this person is kind of towards the bottom of the rung. I feel like that they've got some ambition to them. So although they're being used by the next rung up, they've they believe, because this is the thing, when people turn to the dark side, a lot of the time they feed into their ego, their arrogance, their greed, etc., 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 and they honestly believe, they have this attitude of, well, I kind of know that I'm being used for this mission, but I'm going to take over at some point, and it's got an air of that to it. Then above them, probably a couple of rungs above them, this is this other wider network with the bigger players. Now, I don't feel they're connected as such. There will be in some way, but I don't feel like they're kind of directly linked. So you've got quite a lot going off for you around you at the moment. Now, the good news is you're too busy winning, so just keep moving on, okay, and keep winning, okay. Okay, I'm being told that this person that's trying to get into your energy, they're small fry. Fake accounts, lurking on socials, hidden identity, can't stop watching you. And again, I feel like this is a bigger thing. So case in point, right? When I did my Rotherham video, and just prior to that, my Mansfield Part 12 video, on IG, I started to get all these kind of fake porn accounts starting to watch me again. And it's funny because I said on my FB that every time I put something out quite controversial, all these crappy click the link porn accounts start popping up viewing me on Instagram. And it's an air of that to it, right? Let's make no mistake. The mind, body, spirit community, the spiritual community is powered by porn. Okay. There's links in lots of different areas, from people who used to work in the industry to people who currently work in the industry. It's also being fueled by black magic and a giant network coven. Okay. You can pretend it's not happening. You can deny it. That is what is happening. And if you don't want to believe me, that's perfectly fine. But what I would say is, when have I ever said something that wasn't true? They'll all be watching this because they all monitor these readings. Right. The deadwood is all starting to fall. Legal issues, facing court matters, paperwork and delays, dealing with authority. I don't know if this is, I don't feel it's this person directly. It feels like the greater network. I feel like it's starting to crumble now. You're not going to know about it. You might not even ever hear about it. But the stuff going off in the background, I do feel like you will hear about it at some point. So again, moving on. Thank you. Next, you're being advised to just kind of get out of dodge. This person or people, clout hungry, viral or nothing, lives for attention, makes shiz up for drama. Okay. They've been spying on you for a period of time. They're not who they're pretending to be. Now, this one was at the bottom of the deck, and it didn't really feel relevant at the time. But wasting time, stuck, no change, limited. Queen rising, glowing up loud, all eyes on her, coming up spotlight. So this person, these people, this network, they're just wasting their time. Because you're too busy winning, you're a queen rising. Okay, you can't be stopped at this point. Okay, and what I've got is it's like a giant boulder and it's rolling down a hill. Okay, it's picking up speed, it's picking up momentum. Okay, you might not feel it yet, but it is coming. Okay, all that hard work, all that effort, all that determination you've put in, that not knowing when to quit attitude, I promise you, it is going to start paying off. So just be patient a little bit longer. Okay. No facts, all vibes, no receipts, talking nonsense, messy storyteller. So the stories, the lies, the rumors, they're all starting to unfold now. Okay, they're all starting to unfold. Got the travel card coming out. Dust it off. Let's see if we get one more. Be aware of the way some people are looking at you. And I want to say, like, in person. Now, something that I've noticed is I don't like looking into people's eyes because of my autism, but when I look into people's eyes, I always look at the shape of their pupil. It's always a bit of a giveaway. Right, so travel, dust it off. I feel like you might be traveling soon. I feel like this might be in regard to you. So if you've got a break coming up, and you're going away, you use that time just to kind of recharge, because I feel like when you come back, there's going to be a shift. Okay, there's going to be a shift. It's almost like whilst you're out of dodge, what I can see is it's like these jackal-headed demons and they're eating each other. Right, bad habits has come out again. So there's definitely something about people not being able to break the loop. Okay, and I feel like because they're not breaking the loop, that's keeping you stuck in the loop. But it's your job to dust it off, get out there. This one keeps coming up for this collective. Jackpot, unexpected windfall, right place, right time, big blessings ahead. So that's just confirmation for me what I said there. Your abundance, or your hard work, your effort, your energy that you've put in over a period of time, it is going to pay off, right? Don't worry about these lower hanging fruit. Don't even worry about this network, right? They can't touch you. Okay, all they can do is frustrate you and lower your vibration. So jackpot wins are on the way.